Welcome back. Today we're gonna speak about for loops. شنو يعني for loops؟ شنو فائدتهم وليش نستخدمهم؟ Let's start. So imagine you have this code in front of you and you want to print the word hello 10 times. تبي تطبع كلمة hello 10 مرات. شلون فيك تسويها؟ خلينا نستخدم FMT مشان يكون أسهل بالنسبة لنا نفهم. So FMT is a library بتخلينا نكتب كلام كامل. هي طريقة الطباعة الأساسية في Go. It's the main way of printing. But we now use Z01 print rune, right? But now let's use FMT. So imagine if I want to print hello 10 times. عشان أطبع hello 10 times, what do I have to do? فيني لازم انسخ كلمة println 10 times, صح؟ بس مشكلة that's not how coding works. This is too much code علشان very simple task. يعني كتير أكواد علشان تاسك جدا بسيطة. كيف فيني أعيد نفس الكود أكثر من مرة باستخدام الفور لوبس؟ الفور لوبس كأنه عداد بيعدل لك من نقطة معينة وبينتهي بنقطة معينة وبيعيد أي شيء داخله أكثر من مرة على عدد المرات اللي أنت بتختارها. For loops repeat as many times as you want. So let's start with the identifier for and then we set up the counter. الكاونتر تبعنا we call it an index. We shorten it as I. طبعا فيك you can choose any variable name but we always like to use I. So I equals 0. هي where to start when يبدأ. I is less than let's say 10 or equal 10. This is the stopping condition. As long as this condition is true, the loop will keep going. And then here I plus plus. This is the steps. How many times it needs to go. So the first time I will be 0, then 1, then 2. I plus plus هي كانها I plus plus هي نفسها I يساوي I زائد 1 like this. Okay? وهيك this is how we write a for loop. So you notice this loop starts from 0, it ends by 10, and it goes 1 by 1. And now if I go inside, I say print fmt.print, and I print hello. And let's see. Okay, 1 minute, sorry. cd, let's call it test. Go run main. And now as you can see, it printed hello 10 times. طبعا hello 10 times. Let's say ln. Okay. You see, it printed hello 10 times. طيب, how can we print the numbers? يعني if you can see عنا ال I قاعدين نستخدمها كعداد. We use it as a counter. The first time I is 0, then I is 1, then I is 2. Let's see that by printing I itself اللي هو الرقم. Like this. Now you see, it printed 0 till 11. If you notice, معناته this loop repeated 11 times. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 times. طبعا we can change the condition. فينا نسويها هني like starts from 10, ends to 20. فذي رح يطلع من 10 لل 20. You see 10 to 20. Right? You can do it the opposite بعد. فيك تبدأ from 20 وينتهي بصفر. But here you have to notice I is larger than or equal to 0, less than or equal to 0, that's impossible, صح? It will always be wrong, it will never work. So you need to flip it to make it larger than. So as long as I أكبر من الصفر, طالما ال I أكبر من الصفر, هاللوب رح يشتغل. Okay? So لما يكون أول مرة رح يكون 20, then 19, then 18, then 17, but to decrease it one by one عشان ننزله واحد واحد لازم بدل ما أقول plus plus أقول minus minus. Now let's try this one. وطبع لنا من 20 للصفر. طيب now if you saw some of the questions يبوك تطبع you wants you to print the whole alphabet. لازم تطبع الأبجدية كلها. How do you use that? Let's quickly open the GitHub to add the GitHub or the GitHub library, but no need, it will add on its own. Let's print Z01 dot print rune. Yeah, here it is. Dot print rune. And let's print, let's say A. Right? That's perfect. It printed A 20 times. بس شلون نبي نطبع الأحرف نفسها? How do you print the letters themselves? As you guys remember, the letters are what? Let's open ASCII characters. مثل ما if you remember the old videos, we remember that these are what? Are our ASCII table. Let's look here. وكل حرف, every letter has its decimal representation. So A is 65, Z is 90, A is 97, Z is 122. ففينا نستخدم representation of the number or the actual simple representation. So we can use these interchangeably, you remember? So let's try this. And I come here and I say 97, 122, and here of course plus plus. لو بتلاحظوا طبعا it's here. 97 is A, 122 is Z. Okay? Now let's print I. When you print I, let's look what will happen. رح يصير عندنا في مشكلة. It will give us an error. It will say cannot print variable of type int as a type rune. يعني احنا قاعدين نحاول نطبع integer بس داخل rune. يعني نحن هذا integer. But we wanted to make it rune, so you need to transform it into rune. We will talk more about runes and data types in the next video, so please keep watching all these videos. So now if you try this, ta-da, printed the whole alphabet. طيب, what else I can use? Instead of using the actual number, I can use the representation. A, Z. Oh, now I don't have to say rune because this is already rune لأنه هاللون already runes. فأسوي هاللون. Ta-da! That's how for loops work. I hope you guys understand and see you guys in the next video.